Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
It's 9 a.m. on Local 4 Live, and we are continuing to follow the breaking news out of Detroit Metro Airport, where hundreds of people have been waiting in long lines, as you see right here, because of what is now a ground delay for all Delta Airlines flights. The FAA says this was caused by a computer outage, and flights are being delayed an average of 2 hours 40 minutes. This will last until 8 p.m. tonight. We just started getting calls into the newsroom about 4 hours ago, around 5 a.m., and the problems, as you see right now, are continuing. But we do have some good news. Within the last half hour, some computers were starting to come back online. And in further proof that these delays don't care who you are, Local 4's Vice President and General Manager Bob Ellis has been trying to get back to Metro Airport, and he's delayed right now. And Bob joins us right now. Bob, what has been going on your end of things this morning?
Good morning, Jay. Yeah, I'm in New York City at LaGuardia Airport and trying to get back to the station this afternoon for some meetings, actually, and arrived here for what was a 9:20 or scheduled 9:20 departure. And as Priya mentioned, this happening in real time. While I was listening to her live shot, we just got delayed from 9:20 to 10:30, but that just occurred here in the last 5 minutes. So, not terrible, obviously, compared to the folks that Priya just spoke to, but there's a lot of folks that are standing, or were just a minute ago standing around here, wondering what was going to happen. I think the biggest issue here on this end is just that, up until just a minute or two ago, we were told we were going to be on time, and I'm guessing that that's happening, in other places. And so it's good to get some information, albeit not what we want to hear. But this flight's just delayed a little more than an hour on this end.
Now, have they been getting back to you in a kind of a timely manner about this? Because I'm guessing, even though it sounds like it's just Metro that is having this happen, it's obviously a ripple effect because Metro is one of the biggest Delta hubs in the country.
Yeah, so it's funny. I was looking at the Delta boards here, at all the flights coming out of LaGuardia, and there's only just a couple of delays, just sort of the normal, what would appear. I'm certainly not an airline expert, but what would appear to be sort of the normal course of a day-long, sort of couple flights here and there. Nothing super significant, but clearly, without planes arriving at one of the major hubs in the United States, the Detroit Metro, there's no doubt that there's going to be some ripple effect here as we move through the day. So it's a situation, at least on this end, that appears to be quite isolated.
Well, Bob, hopefully we'll be able to get you back here to the Motor City soon enough, and the delays aren't too stiff out there. And it sounds, at least one other thing, it just sounds like at least you're keeping the patience and understanding that this is one of the situations kind of hard to avoid.
Yeah, I mean, there's, it's funny, you end up befriending folks, right, standing here waiting to get information. And I think that's been the general consensus. Look, we're thankfully didn't arrive here at 4:50 this morning, as the family that Priya talked to did. So it's a bit of an inconvenience at this point. Now, as the day wears on, let's see how people's patience will be at that moment. But right now, folks are pretty understanding.
That's Bob Ellis, Local 4's Vice President and General Manager, joining us from New York City as he's waiting to get back here because this ground stop, it's a domino effect that's affecting a lot of airports across the country. Bob, thank you so much for joining us on Local 4 Live.